Hello, my name is Brianna Sinclair. This is my 6th week on HRT, and right now my hair is not cooperating with me. I tried to brush it out and stuff, and it did not want to play nice. Measurements update. My hips are 34 inches, my bust is 34 inches, and my waist is 25 and a half inches still. So no real changes really anywhere, which is kind of half what I expected. My emotional range is still the same. There's no change to report there, which is kind of good. A fair warning, this one might get a little bit more adult depending on where this goes, because like I said, these are unscripted, unedited. These are just the truth in my experience. So if this is too much for you, I understand. It's just what I have to give. So I am trying to be a little bit louder because I did get a comment that said that they wanted the information, but I was too quiet, and that is my fault. I am very soft-spoken, so I am trying to be louder. I've tried to move the camera towards myself until I get a speaker that can pick up my voice a little bit clearer for y'all, because my journey is supposed to be educational. It's not supposed to be political in any sense or reference. So we did talk about my measurements, and about there's no change. My emotional range, no change. No change in my muscle development yet. I can still pick up everything I normally could as of yet. I did kind of expect my my chest to still hurt. It doesn't hurt any more or any less. It's about the same. I did kind of expect that measurement to change just a little bit, but that one's a little hard because I'm also taking into account my breathing. So I breathe in and breathe out and take the center, and that's how I've been taking it. So I've justified it by, as long as I'm taking them the same way, that measurement is valid. But I did expect a change, and I did not receive one because as of right now, my breast tissue is still growing. I can feel it getting bigger. It's like a small disc, about the size of 2 shooter marbles, it feels like right now, which is pretty interesting to me. It's kind of nice to know that that's there. So I haven't noticed any change in like my hair growth ratio yet. I still shave once, sometimes twice a day. Once before work usually, and then once before my other job, because one, I'm required to have a clean shaven face. The other one I shave because it makes me feel better, and that's why I shave. For the most part, the second time, but I haven't noticed any change, not really that I think I would if I'm shaving twice a day. This is the part I feel like where it gets a little bit adult, so if it's too much for you, please click out of it. It was nice having you. Stay tuned wherever it doesn't get too adult for you. I have noticed that like I do have like some fluid coming out of like my breast tissue, which is something I've never really experienced before, so I'm not quite sure what to do about it. It just looks like it's just water, so I don't know what to do about it, so I'm just kind of dealing with it. So I thought that was a little odd. My sex drive has not changed at all. I know that most transgender women say that their sex drive is dropped significantly. Mine is the same. It is very much the same. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of looking forward to it dropping because I didn't like how much I needed it. It was annoying, and it still is. Right now, the only thing that's really changed it is harder for me to climax. It is harder for me to reach there, so it's even more annoying. So there is that. Sorry, my hair is messing with me, so I'm just moving it over to one side to completely get it out of the way. That's kind of been a thing for a little bit though. I didn't quite know how to bring it up in the last video, but it has been a thing for a week or two, and I just kind of really felt the need to voice that in this one because I felt it dishonest not to, and disrespectful to those who choose to be my audience. I'm still working on speaking in front of everybody, because my breast tissue is growing so much. I do have to wear a bra because one, it cushions my chest from any bumps, scrapes, or anything incidental, because like even putting a shirt on is kind of painful for me. So I wear it all day, except whenever I take a shower, obviously. That is the most of my changes. I don't measure my height, so if you're looking for a height change, that is something that allegedly happens. I don't know if my height's gonna change. I know I'm 5'9" or 5'10", depending on which standard you use. In one, I'm 5'9", in another, I'm 5'10". On my driver's license, it says I'm 5'10", but through everything else, it says I'm 5'9". So it just kind of depends on where you look. I have not done a makeup video yet because I am not comfortable showing my raw face in front of the camera to y'all yet. I've only had one request for it, but even if it's just one, it still deserves an answer out of me, at least, I feel. So if you have any critiques, questions, comments, concerns, I would love to hear them. Because as a video creator, I would like to promote my videos in the most educational manner I can, so that way the most can be gotten out of them. I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing this for anything other than education. I've got 2 full-time jobs. I don't need it. Okay? I sit down every Saturday night and pre-make these videos a week ahead of time, so that way I can guarantee y'all some form of decency in a video that I make, and I don't edit them, and I don't alter them in any way, because I feel it takes away from the raw ability that I give. I'm showing you exactly how it is and how I am as a human being. And that's me. And And these are also unscripted, so if there's a lot of gaps, I do apologize. I decided to do a red lip today again because I felt the red looked a little bit better on me. I like vibrant colors and soft things around me. So I wear vibrant colors, except for like my wardrobe is mostly black because I can mix and match that. I haven't fully gotten the hang of mixing and matching colors in like the female wardrobe. I do understand a lot goes into that. There's a whole little bit behind it that I've seen that's kind of interesting. It's a lot of trickery, but it's very neat in my opinion. Like wearing something, like if your bottoms, like your jeans, skirts, shorts, anything of that nature is brighter. It makes sure it brighter than at least your shirt or whatever top you're wearing. It makes your hips look bigger because it draws more attention to it. It's a neat little issue that not an issue, it's a neat little trick that I think is very cool that I sometimes myself utilize. And I do intend to share more about what I've learned and stuff like that because I am still building my wardrobe. I don't have a lot as far as my wardrobe goes, but I'm still working on it, still building it. And I'm having fun with it. And I think that's the most important thing with like anybody's transition is that they're having fun and that they're having a good time. It's not easy, it's very hard, it's very scary. It's very scary to walk out like this because at any point in time you don't know what somebody's going to say or think, and you don't know what is going to happen. And granted, you shouldn't care what people say, you shouldn't care what they think, because you may only see that person that one time. That person means nothing. But what they do can sometimes have drastic outcomes. And that's why I'm so careful, because I don't want somebody to think that I'm just this abomination and try to essentially just try to keep me from living my life. That's why I vote the way I do. That's why I do the things I do. I present mostly male, except on the weekends I do my makeup. I obviously wear a bra, and I have to wear 2 sets of clothing, one for my comfort and one for everybody else's comfort. Whenever I feel like I am more passable, I will be more than happy to wear just a single set of clothes, because it would definitely be cooler. And it would be more fun for me, because I would only have 1 set of clothes. My wardrobe right now is mostly as big as it is because I have 2 sets of clothes. I've got a boy side and a girl side. And my boy side is mostly stuff that I've had since I was in high school. I haven't been in high school for almost a decade. I do miss some of the people I haven't seen in those 10 years, because our 10-year anniversary is this year. It's also, I don't know if anybody really cares, it's also July 6th of me filming this. I know it's a day late, it should have been July 5th, but I started recording them on Saturdays and uploading them Sunday nights. I felt it was a good video to wake up to on a Sunday morning. So I would upload it Saturday evening, Sunday morning. So that way everybody could at least see something that they could relate to or look forward to. I'm hoping that these are mostly happy videos because I'm taking everything in a positive light. Even though my chest still hurts from last week and I'm frustrated as all hell about my sex drive, I'm having a good time still. My friends are really accepting and are open about sharing things with me. Having said that, I don't really share the fact that I'm transgender because I'm more than just that. And I continue to push that issue. Me being transgender is a small part of my life and I intend to keep it that way. It'll always be there, sure. But it's not who I am. I feel like your transition is supposed to be a small part of your life, and once you're done, you're done. You're the woman you've always been. You're just able to come out and live it like them in society. I might be wrong, and I'm willing to accept that. It is my opinion, and as it is my opinion, I'm an intelligent adult that is able to alter their opinion based on the evidence provided by others. I take no offense to it, and it's open to interpretation, and it's open to change, because I'm still in a growing phase. I'm not stuck in my ways. My ways are very much fluid right now, obviously. Oh, my hormones haven't changed either. I'm still on the same dosage, and I'm surprised at the low dosage I'm at, the change I'm having. I'm glad I am not doing this, like self-medicating, because I would definitely mess it up. I would screw it up. I would end up like destroying my liver or something else. I would be a serious basket case, I feel like, if I were to self-medicate this. So I'm glad my endocrinologist is doing this in tears, because a lot does change, but not a lot changes at the same time, if that makes sense. So you feel things a little bit differently, and me recognizing that has helped me deal with them and how I would, because I expect people to have certain expectations of me, and what I don't want is for my coworkers to think that traditional stereotypes of transgender women are true, or people going on TRT or HRT are true. I don't want them to think that we become this emotional basket case that doesn't know anything, that can't do anything, or is only there to impersonate as a woman. I don't consider us female impersonators. That is a drag queen. Drag queens are female impersonators. That is their professional title. Transgender women are women. And for those of us that think that that we are men, if you lined some of the transgender women I've seen up next to biological women, you would not tell the difference. I can promise you that, and I can tell you that without a doubt. We're just as beautiful and amazing as biological women, because we are who we are, and we've actually gone through a journey that was dedicated to us. We had to work hard for what we did and what we have, because we had to live through the expectations of normal men and the expectations of biological women while enduring the fight of that change. And that is something that a lot of people are not ready for, but most of them are. And I'm here to tell you, you don't need to be afraid. You just need to be careful. I'm not telling you that if you believe you're transgender to just come out and say it, because that would be irresponsible, in the sense that if you are in a very if you're in a very unique situation where you feel like you could end up homeless, damaged, hurt, or anything of that nature just for coming out as transgender, I would keep that to yourself until you are in a position where you hold all the cards. I was lucky enough to figure it out whenever I knew, and I already had those cards. Because had I done that, my family would not have accepted it. But because they know that there's nothing they can do, they know that they have to if they want to accept me. And I have had to cut ties with some of the people in my family. People I grew up around, because they didn't like it. I cut ties with one person because their last words to me were, "Behind closed doors, surgeons call it mutilation," in reference to the surgical transition. Not just SRS or gender reassignment surgery or sex reassignment surgery, but in regards to all of it. FFS, BBL, breast augmentation, and SRS. It hurt me deeply whenever I heard that, but after pleading my case into the reasons why, they still could not understand, and I don't blame them. I just know that being around them is not what is best for me, so I had to cut ties with that person. I don't remember the last time I talked to them, to be honest, because I don't remember because I choose not to. I forgive them, if that makes it, if that makes it any better. I forgave them long ago. But I need them to see that if they cannot be good for me, I cannot have them around. And telling me that I'm walking into a mutilation, or telling me that I am walking into doctors doing it for just the money, is not the way to go. Because I recognize transgender surgeries are a huge, huge market. They cost a lot. FFS can cost up to 60 grand, SRS can cost well past 30 grand. BBLs I've seen go up to like 10, 20 grand, and FFS, breast augmentations I've seen go reach the ballpark of 10 grand. So yes, I recognize there's a market. Kind of feels like I'm offering myself up and talking to myself as a piece of meat whenever I reference it like that, but I am simply stating what is true. I recognize it. But I refuse to believe that the doctors doing these surgeries are doing it for solely the money, and I will not go to a doctor that believes that. I would rather go to somebody who believes in what they do, because I personally believe they will be better. They will have pride in their work, and they will strive to do the best that they can. And if a complication goes wrong, I would hope that they would do everything that they could to correct it. Even if it's not their fault, I would hope that they would, because they believe in their work so dearly. They would not want something small to tarnish it. And that they would want to see in the beauty of their work. That's what I believe. And if I were a surgeon, that's what I would want. Because I work retail, I work in a makeup store, I jump through hoops for children so that they can learn skin care, hair care, makeup if they want to. I do warn them about certain things, especially with their age, that they may not need skincare, because I warn their parents, especially, like, she's 6. She does not need a skincare routine. She is 6. She should be playing with her friends. Makeup, sure. That's different. We can get her a kid's makeup set. Hair care, I'm not 100% sure. That one's a little different, but skincare and skincare is just a bit much for a child. In my mind, it's a bit much for a child. But if they want to learn, I'd be more than happy to teach them, like, what they can do and how to protect their skin. I would not teach them how to, like, get dolled up, because that's weird. That's weird. I would teach them, like, the basics of, like, the makeup, skincare, and stuff like that, because that's more important than, I think, the actual look on makeup. I would tell them, hey, make sure you're using, like, toners and primers, and that you're actually protecting your skin, because this stuff can damage your skin. Sure, it looks amazing. I've seen some amazing transformations, and I love to see them all. It makes me happy to see what people can do with makeup, because it's amazing. I've seen people go from angels to demons to fish to birds. I've seen people just reverse age themselves like 40 years. It's amazing to me. To me, it's amazing. But teaching that to a kid is a little much. I can teach them how to do artsy stuff. That's fine. But I'm not going to teach them how to get dolled up like they're going on a date. That's too far. I think that's pretty much it for tonight's video, guys and gals, and those of you who have yet to decide. If you have any questions, or if you have a recommendation, or you want to see a video, or a specific topic in a video, please tell me. I would love to cater to that nature, so that way I can help y'all and show you what I know. Because I believe that the more we share with each other, the more we can learn from each other. And if we learn more, we can figure out how to better ourselves. Like in anything. If you had a bad experience with your surgeon, I would like to know why and what you did to prepare for it. If you had a great experience with your surgeon, I would want to know the same. I would want to know what made it great and what you did to prepare for it to either make it great or something that you would want to do differently. So in offering that, I plan to take this through my surgeries so that way y'all can see exactly what I did, what I went through, what I'm going through, what I'm going to go through. Because being transgender is hard enough. And I feel like it's high time that our society comes together to build something instead of tear each other apart. I have some friends who are part of our community. I resent them for the sheer people that they are. And that they make our community look terrible. I'm not talking about transgender people. I'm talking about the LGBTQ community. Our community is one that is very unique in the sense that there is a very interesting set of criteria to be it, as being lesbian, gay, transgender, bisexual, intersex, and any part of the plus portion. But for those of you that choose to bring our community down, I do not support this. Our community has it hard enough. I think about my actions before I do them because I worry about our community, because I recognize how close a lot of our community is from a lot of legal matters that I don't want to discuss. I don't want to bring this into a political channel. I am doing my best not to, actually. Because I do think about it a lot. But for you guys, I feel like there's enough political people out there. I don't need to be part of that. That is not my portion. All I ask is that if you are in this community with me, show the world what good people we are. As I try to. I mess up every now and again, sure, and I lose my patience on people. I'm not telling you to be a saint. I'm not telling you to be a doormat. I'm not telling you that. I'm telling you to show everyone what a good person is and to set an example for those of us in our community. As I am doing. I am hoping that the people that come after me that see this video see it and are like, and recognize what it is, and maybe in a couple years these videos will be useless because the world will be a much more accepting place. Because it should be. We should be years, leaps and bounds ahead of where we're at. But we're stuck. I'm not trying to do anything as far as like force us to move on past everything. But I am trying to show everyone what they can expect from their transition. Like, it's week 6 and ever since week 5 I've been wearing a bra. Because it helps protect my breast tissue. Because I don't like it whenever something like bumps into it, scrapes against it, or rubs against it, because it's a very tender pain. it's not sharp. It's just really there. Just obviously there. Anyway, I think that's it. If you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe, and feel free to leave me a recommendation. I guess that's it. This is Brianna Sinclair, signing off.